Hello, my beautiful soul tribe. Namaste, namaste. It is such a beautiful day out here on the lake. This is a little glacier lake that I go to, and I find peace. I find peace in listening to nature, connecting with all that is, connecting with the wind, the sun. There's the beautiful sun. Connecting with the animals. So I want to chat about grief. Grief after losing someone that you loved so dearly. Grief is something that is hard to shake because it locks your heart down. It tears you up inside, and you cannot think about living life without that person. On the spiritual side, I want to talk about, I can't bring the person back, but I can help you and teach you, learn how to connect with your inner spirit and inner light, and how to create flow in your light body again. Your light dims when you lose love from the physical touch. But I'm here to remind you that you are still divinely connected in the spirit. And maybe that loved one had to leave in order to create a path for you and them to reconnect again. Maybe they needed to be in a higher vibration, a higher consciousness, so you could be guided by an angel in your life, literally. I'm going to tell you a couple stories because a lot of my clients have asked me, how do you know that they can connect with us? How do you know? And these are real stories that I have experienced myself. Okay? My mother-in-law passed away over 10 years ago. And she was very spiritual. She loved crystals. She loved rocks. And she gifted me her crystals and rocks when she passed. And I took all of the crystals and rocks out of her home and I put them in mine. And I made sure that I did not leave one crystal behind. Well, about a year after she passed, her granddaughter came to her house. And I was in the restroom, and I saw this stain on the floor against the wall in the restroom. And I looked down, and it was one of her rocks. It was a specific one where I knew exactly where it was, or it should have been, at my own home, because there were only like 7 of them. And they had holes in the center, and they were redundant, and that means pure love. And I gave it to her granddaughter because I felt that that was a sign to her granddaughter to let her know that she was there. And as I went home that night, I looked for those rocks. As I said, there were only 7, and now there were 6. So I was really, really, really excited to see that she was connecting with us. She was tuning into us. A couple weeks go by, and we went back out to her home, and I found another one. Now, I couldn't wait to go home because I wanted to see Was there going to be 6 or were there going to be 5? And there were 5. 5 of those crystals. That was her way of communicating with us and letting her know that she is full of pure love and light for her family, and that she was giving us love. I had an experience probably about 7 years ago. It was before COVID, and there was a client that scheduled with me in person. I didn't know why she scheduled. She just said she heard about me and she wanted to experience it. She worked for the wildlife park. And that morning I went out and I saw a red-breasted grosbeak on my driveway. This red-breasted grosbeak couldn't move its wing. And so I picked it up and I took it and put it in a little crate and held on to him until her appointment that night. And she worked on him and she said, I will take him. So that bird knew that she was coming that night to get a session. And I worked on her, and she said that she was in grief and she just wanted to know that her husband, because he had passed away, that he was still with her. And she couldn't feel him. She was numb. She loved him so much, and she was just so confused on why he had to go so soon. And that next day, I went to work out at the gym, and I listened to music. I listened to different genres that I have saved in my phone. And my phone stopped playing music. And it started playing Billy Joel. And I do like Billy Joel, but he is not one of my favorites, so he's not saved in my phone. But yet he was saved in my phone automatically. And the song that he was singing was, "You're Always a Woman to Me." And I thought, oh my gosh, I have to tell my client yesterday for some reason. And I called her after I left. And guess what? Her husband's name was Joel. And that was his song to her. So that was his way to communicate. I have one other incident that I would like to share. And it was a woman that desperately wanted a sign from her husband that had recently passed away, maybe within a year and a half. And I had just started working with her, and we were chatting in a video chat. And all of a sudden, we were talking about her husband, and her light in her room started to go really bright. And then it would dim. And she said, "What was that?" And I said, "I don't know." And we started talking about him some more, and her light would go really bright and then really dim, really bright and really dim. And the look on her face was priceless, because that was her husband communicating with her, saying, "I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. I'm still here. I'm still here." Our loved ones have to find ways and learn how to communicate with us. It just doesn't come natural. They have to learn. They have to really gain a lot of light in their spirit to release at one time so that this force can come through. Now, if you clear your channels, this will help your loved one be able to connect with you, because you don't have the barriers of grief. You don't have the barriers locked in your heart, and your soul and your mind and your body are flowing together. And that will allow their information and their love and their light to come into you. It's important to learn how to balance your body, mind, and spirit. I'm not saying that grief isn't hard. It's one of the most difficult things that you will process in your lifetime if you've had to. But know that they're still there. Know that there is just a veil between you, and the energy, the spirit is still so much alive. You have the power and the strength to learn how to create a connection with your loved one. If you want to learn, if you want to clear your body, mind, and spirit and create flow, if you have questions, comment below, like this, and share it with other people who have lost loved ones. Share my page. Join my group Healing World in Facebook and start to learn how to release these blocks. I do individual healing sessions, one-on-one, and they help you learn how to release the blocks, how to connect with your soul light, how to connect with your intuition, and how to create flow within your body, mind, and spirit, and so much more, so much more. Connect with me. Send me a message here. Send me a message in my group and Messenger. And let's start creating balance within you so you can connect with your loved ones. Thank you for being here. Sending all of you so much love. Namaste, namaste, namaste.